Y'all for joining this channel. If you're into professional or just really getting started with pressure washing, I think I have enough equipment and enough experience to help you guys navigate through some of the challenges that you may see when pressure washing, how you actually have your pressure washing rig set up, and what can make pressure washing easy as possible, really, because some things, can be quite difficult, especially with these big homes around here. Most of the homes in this neighborhood are 3 stories. I say 3 stories, it's 2 stories, then a basement. And today we have a 3-story home to pretty much tackle. We're going to pressure wash the exterior of the home, and we're also going to do the concrete form. The house is not actually super dirty because I pretty much do it every year. We're going to soft wash the home itself, but then pressure wash the concrete. And if you don't know what soft wash is, and if you don't know what pressure washing is, it's 2 different methods of how we clean the exterior surfaces, right? On a house, you really don't want to pressure wash it. You could damage the siding, you can pull or strip paint. Soft washing to me is letting most of the chemicals get the work done for you by putting chemicals on the exterior part of the house, letting it dwell for a period of time, and then hosing it off with a little pressure. It's not much pressure, but it helps really get all of that algae and mold off the side of the homes. My pressure washing setup, I mean, it's nothing fancy. And for one, I didn't go out and buy all of this stuff like at once, right? This trailer I've had since 2005 or 6, one of the two. I bought it and I use it for my 4-wheeler, ATV riding. And when I go hunting and stuff, I still use it for that same reason. But right now I kind of pretty much have it dedicated and set up for my pressure washing because I'm here in Georgia, Lawrenceville, the Lawrenceville area, and it's a lot of neighborhoods here, guys. So plenty of money out there to be made, and yeah, so we're gonna make some of that money. But anyway, the setup I have here, we're gonna start. I guess I got you guys on a tripod, so I'm gonna walk and talk. So the pressure washer that I am using, a lot of people will go against this guy. I mean, this is not really a commercial job setting that I'm doing. It's mostly residential, and this guy works for me. In my honest opinion, it's a really good unit. There are some drawbacks to this unit also, but anyway, it's a DeWalt 4200 psi 4 gallon a minute machine, right? This other pressure washer is currently down. It's a little guy, and I guess a lot of people don't realize why you should have a little guy on your trailer, but honestly, a little guy is really awesome to have with certain situations. But that one is probably, I think, a 3200 at 2.8 gallons a minute or something like that, 2.4 gallons a minute. I kind of forget. That was the very first pressure washer that I bought. And guys, believe this or not, that single pressure washer right there paid for everything on this trailer. So it's not always about the big heavy duty equipment. It's also about how you use that equipment and what jobs to choose so that you won't, make a bad name for yourself in this business. So either way, the DeWalt pressure washer does have this AAA triplex pump. A lot of people hate it. Me, I seem to kind of like it. It's easy to work on. If you're mechanically inclined, like I had a valve or something to go out in this one, and it had a leak, so I was losing pressure. I looked up the schematics online. Everything was readily available for this pressure washer, down to the torque specs. I took this head off. I changed the plumbing, the valves out myself. Pretty simple. I do run a gauge on here. Don't know if you guys can see it, but I do run a pressure gauge on here just to kind of keep an eye out on things, to make sure that, it's not spiking or it's not dropping and losing a lot of pressure. Coming from this system, I do run into a downstream chemical injector on the valve. So this valve has to be closed off from direct flow in order for the water to move across the chemical injection. It pulls the chemicals from a tank, either that tank over there, or most time when I'm batch mixing, I have like buckets or something small that I pull my chemicals from. So either way, pull chemicals, I downstream it onto the house. I do have these North Star hose reels, and I decided to put them directly on these plates, man. They're up, elevated from the machine, elevated from the trailer, and I just undo it and spool off whatever I need. These are 100-foot hoses, 100-foot hoses on each one of them. I do keep spare hoses. The spare hoses I keep are one 100-footer and 150-footer. Guys, I can't tell you, I mean, you will ruin a pipe, I mean a hose. I was on a job site. Luckily I finished the job with that hose, but as like towards the end of everything, I think I pulled it against the concrete or something, or I don't know, it caught a bad corner and it burst. But always keep spare hoses readily available at all times. Also, I keep a bunch of my like connectors and tools in one of these like flammable little guys, and you mostly see this stuff for like fishing equipment, right? And I put all my like extra hoses, extra inserts and extra fittings and stuff like that in one of these that kind of has that I guess you want to say that rust preventative stuff inside, or helps it dry out faster, you know, from the wet stuff, and so things won't rust in there. And most of the stuff you get is stainless steel, but you can still get a little rust, flash rust on your stuff. All right, the way I got this guy, it's not actually, it's everything is linked together here. So if I wanted to pull some water from the tank, I have that option. If I go to a place that doesn't really have a water source, I could fill this guy up here at the house. I could take it over there, and this machine, you have to prime it for it to start pulling water out of the tank. That's the only thing I dislike about this machine. However, this machine, and it's a direct drive, it's not even a belt drive, this guy pulls water easily out the tank. I love that about this small machine. And yeah, that's a good guy. I mean, I've had this thing for like years. You could tell it's beat up, really. I need to get another pump for it. The pump did crack on me. It cracked on me. It didn't go out. The housing cracked on me because I had it tied down. I had this tied down to this rail and hit a bump one day, and I think it kind of pushed up on it a little bit too hard, because those ends on that thing are pretty long, and I don't really like that style. So I don't know, I was thinking about actually buying a triplex pump just to put on this guy, even though it's, you know, direct drive. But yeah, key to this guy is how I hook up to the houses, right? So this is a Strongway hose reel, and I got this guy from Northern Tool. Pretty much just bolted it on to the side rail, kind of left it on top of my fender so that it can absorb bumps and stuff, you know, when you're traveling. But this guy is a 100-foot Flexzilla. This is the 3/4, yeah, 3/4 pipe. So this guy, you know, you pull up to your house, you run this out very first thing, hook up to the hose connector at the home, you run it up, and then you open up a valve and you bleed that line to get all the air out. I just kind of let this run off to the side. It's fresh water, you're not hurting the environment. Let it run. Once you get all the air out the line, you cut this off, and then you get your machine hoses, pull it off, you know, everything lined up, ready to go, and then you switch over to let water start flowing into this machine, and then you fire it up. Always fire it up wet. A lot of people may go against that, but I fire up wet the whole time. I'm saying firing up wet, which means I'm having water actually flowing through that pressure washer pump. For these typical machines, you don't let them run long without water being sprayed out the end. And the reason is because it does have like a small recirculation path to where it kind of keeps the water in the loop so the pump won't overheat, but it's really small and you don't want that guy overheating on you. So I try to just stay on the gun or just open the hose end up and just let water flow out when I'm idle. Okay. Mostly Lowe's? Okay. Iron Eye. I'm gonna definitely have to get something because it just started coming out of nowhere. Like, I thought it was just like a ground disease or something.
Yeah. And then, 10 days without water is, you water your grass.
Yeah, but I had not like I'm supposed to. I watered it this morning, but yeah.
I'm like waiting. I haven't been out here that much, but we need some water.
Yeah. Hey, no, we definitely do. My garden is starving back there. And I'm out there pretty much every evening watering it. So, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. My neighbor came over real quick, chit-chatting. I got a bunch of neighbors out today, and they love talking to me about my yard, and because I pretty much keep a really nice yard. It's always cut, and right now I do have some brown spots developing. Look like it could be like a little disease or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. I cut it lower than I should have not too long ago, like a week ago, and it left these nasty little brown patches kind of everywhere, and I don't like that. So she was recommending something for that, and I might have to go and give that a shot. Ugh. But all right, enough about that. What you guys come here for is the pressure washing. So we're about to go and get set up at a neighbor's house actually, and try and get this thing done. All right, guys, we are here, and I got you on my chesty, so forgive me if it's kind of shaky, but this is the 11, so it should not have too much of that issue. So what we're gonna do, of course, for the concrete work, we're gonna do the sidewalk of this home, we're gonna do the driveway, and we're gonna do the steps and then the patio. But then as far as the home exterior work, we're gonna do the house. All right, we're gonna soft wash this entire house. And what I recommend if you guys are doing this first time, for a home, is to walk around, take photos of the home, the siding, any kind of damaged spots that you can see, and document it prior to washing the house, because you don't want the homeowner trying to blame you for something, and you can end up painting a person's house. The thing about this one is real tight, and you can see we are right here on the edge of nothing, and that's what's so good about soft washing. If I was using the telescopic one trying to get all the way up there, we'll be struggling quite a bit, but we're gonna take our time, shoot it. It's not windy today. Sorry for the extra noise there. Air conditioning units just popped on, but we should be able to spray that with no problem. Let me get all out that grass. And it's gonna be a hot one today, y'all. It's gonna be a hot one. Oh, he's having his party, so I need to really get done. Got this side of the home, which everything. Then you got the back right here, which again, it's not dirty at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and move these out my way. Need to move all this stuff really out my way. I don't know about the basketball goal. But when you're doing this, guys, just make everything easy for yourself. Beware of glass, beware of all kinds of things that can easily be broken. Move stuff if need be, and yep, I need to move certain things. I'm actually pulling this slide off for, so I'll leave that. We'll work around this, and yeah, I have to move this glass though. Definitely don't want to break the glasses and these little planter boxes. So let's move this stuff right quick. All right, we're gonna get to it. In fact, I'm gonna show you guys how I hook up. Water access is on this side of the house.
So gonna undo what they have. Good night. Well, I said I am. Okay, I need to go get some pliers. I keep a bunch of these washers and O-rings and stuff in my trailer, and I will replace them for the homeowner. You know, little things like that, they would appreciate it. Well, this guy got one. You take pride in what you do, so that's a plus. Just think like that, guys. All right, so locking situation where you put the little dial pin in there, it keeps it from spooling. Pull it, just pull off your hose, man. Get this guy a little snug. I'm not trying to go crazy with it, and I could replace this for, that's simple enough. You just take screw out, replace that. All right, crack it all the way open. Head on and get this out your way for the most part. All right, see how I got that line open when I said I was bleeding the air out the system, like till I get a good stream water, no air really spitting and burping. And once that's done, cut that valve off right there, save the homeowner's water. All right, put this in the locking position because you don't want it unspooling no more. You don't want it tight on the hose bib. All right, next thing I would do is unroll this guy. Same situation, except for its opposite side. I put this little piece of zip tie on this one to kind of help me get a hold of that little ring right there. It could be kind of like a pain, but same situation. We're just spooling offline. I'm gonna stretch this guy as far as it can go. Probably start on the back side and work my way around. And you're gonna say, man, that's more than 100 feet. Yeah, it is more than 100 feet. I can tell you that. But that's why I keep extra line, right? So I'm gonna drop this 100. That's that 100 right here, guys. We just got right here to the back corner of this house. So that's why you gotta have more hose than you would think. All right, I'm gonna drop this guy in the grass, set this down, and let's go get that other 50 feet of hose. That way we can reach the backs all the way across the backside. Goodness, what did I do? All right, here we go. All right, now that the hose is stretched pretty much, I'm gonna just feed that connected end down to me. All right, and hook this up. That's where the gun will go. Go ahead on and walk it over some, and this is gonna be the fun part. Especially, I might have to walk behind all of this. So I'm gonna stop right here for a second. Let's see if she got new mulch in there. Don't wanna disrupt that too much. Okay. All right, got you guys on the tripod.
Okay, let's go.
Once that has swelled for a little minute, you can go ahead and start actually washing the house. So this is that tip that I said is light. I can actually touch it. It's just soft washing, guys. You're not gonna hurt the exterior of the home. Easy peasy. All right. All right, figured I'd give y'all some chesty action just to show you from a first person perspective what we got going on. Yeah, I gotta run when I turn that thing. Only downfall of my setup right now, just to be real. Yeah, sometimes the struggle is real, guys. Right tip on, we want soap anyway, right? Alright, this is the surface cleaner I was telling you about. The Simpson. It's a 20-inch surface cleaner. And we're going to do this back patio. All right. We are done. What's this? Like a little gas nipple. Coupling. Whatever. Compression coupling. We're done. It's still wet on the concrete, but guys, when I say night and day difference, yeah, and I'm gonna show y'all what night and day look like. So you can kind of see that right there. It's already drying up and gonna be icy white. Just kind of do a walk around, make sure I haven't left any tools. I connected the garden hose back for them, put the basketball goal back, pulled up the bins. It's got it all nice and neat back there. Sweet. The house looks amazing. I mean, even though it wasn't dirty, guys, after you clean it, bro, you just remove all kinds of just little stuff you really can't see. Like, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, really, really, really amazing. I mean, everything turned out nice. I don't know if you guys can see the whole house. Yep. But it turned out nice. It wasn't super dirty. And the reason being is because I pressure wash this guy every year. Once a year. Yeah, this side turned out nice. Super clean. Super duper 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 clean. So that's it, guys. Yeah, I'm hot. I got my hoodie on now. You know, got the hat still turned. That sun, it ain't no joke. I guarantee you it's probably 90 degrees, 91, 90. I say 90, a good smooth 90. But we about to get out of this junk, bro. I am about to go home, shower, and hopefully relax for the rest of the evening. I think the wife want me to go out and run a few errands with her. And that's what we gonna do. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. I don't have any YouTube strong supporters yet. Like I said, it's brand new. So if you would like and subscribe to the channel, and if you like the content, leave me some comments. Leave me a review or something, and let me know what you think that I did right, what you think I did wrong. You know, I hadn't had any complaints pressure washing, and I do a lot. But if I'm doing something wrong, I'm always willing to improve upon what I'm doing. So share your thoughts and follow the next video. I'm out. Deuces. Yeah. Mr. Pressure Washington, baby.